I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We move on to page 25 in the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook, and we're going to learn two new major keys. So we're going to look now, moving up to 5 flats and 5 sharps. Now, of course, there's nothing for it but to just learn the keys. However, I do recommend that every time you come to do some music theory, because there are so many times that you need to know what your key signature is. There are so many topics, whether it's scales or intervals. And I do suggest that you just write out quickly in list form all of your keys. And do remember the circle of fifths that will do all of the thinking for you. Because if you notice, we start at the point of C major. And this way you'll also get your relative minors as well. But we'll just look at the majors for now. If you count upwards in fives, that will give you your sharp keys. So if we count from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, always counting C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives us G major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gives us D major, the next key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A major, the next key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E major, the next key, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us B major, and we're always adding one sharp, so we go from F sharps to F C, F, C, G, F, C, G, D, and then finally F, C, G, D, A. And you can just find a little rhyme to help you to remember it. Of course, we've not got all of the sharps, so we've not got the full sentence, so you could think, well, Father Christmas gave Dad an, or Father Charles goes down an, whatever, 5 cats go down an, whatever helps you. And also notice, just out of interest, that the last sharp in the key signature gives you the leading note, the 7th degree of the scale. I always remember my music teacher saying to me, if sharps there be, the last is T, as in T-do, 7 to 8, using the old solfa. It took me ages to work out what she was on about, but it's really quite magic. So F sharp to G, 7 to 8, C sharp to D, G sharp next door to A, D sharp to E, A sharp to B. And so that's another little way of working it out. I'm sure there is some clever mathematical reason for how that works, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just magic. And then if we count backwards in fives, we get the flat keys. So counting again from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us to F. Now remember, we're counting in perfect fifths, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only a semitone. We need the full tone to get us to B flat. And from there on afterwards, it's going to be all flats. So after B flat, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, but of course it's flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us to A flat. And then if we count back again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us to D flat. We've gone from A flat to D flat. So if you count back in fives, that gives you your flats. And again, we always add. We've gone from B to B and E, B, E, A, B, E, A, D, B, E, A, D, G. And again, you can just find some different poem to help you to remember that. When you've got all 7 sharps and all 7 flats, actually the order of the sharps works backwards to the order of the flats, but because we've only got 5, that's not really a help to us at the moment. So just find some little poem to help you to remember that. And again, actually, it's really interesting because the tonic plus 1. So we have B flats plus 1. So we have B flats and E flats plus 1. For the key signature, BEA plus 1, BEAD plus 1. So that's another little double check system. And we know that in a major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we know that 3 to 4 and 7 to 8 are semitones. Otherwise it wouldn't be a major scale, it'd be a different sort of scale. That's always the major scale pattern. This is why we have to have all of these sharps to make this arrangement of tone, tone, semitone. We need to add sharps or flats to make this arrangement of tones and semitones. And so you could just work it out from the keynote, from B, a whole tone, a semitone, but that's just such a long, laborious process. But if ever you're not quite sure, you know that it must be tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone to make the major scale pattern. So here we have, again, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's always 3 to 4, 7 to 8 are the semitones. And that's why we have to have this key signature here. And you'll notice that the key signature always follows this little pattern where we have this sort of diagonal. Regardless of what clef we're in, we can see it follows the way we place the flats or the sharps. And so they're always placed in this exact arrangement, so that, to be honest, you don't even read the notes. You just see that key signature, and you kind of get used to just seeing it all at one glance. And you don't need to work out, you know it's F, C, G, D, A or B, E, A, D, G. It's always got to be that arrangement. If there are 5 flats, it must be those particular 5, B, E, A, D, G. They're never rearranged. And they always look the same following this sort of diagonal pattern. The A sharp is the one that perhaps steps out of sync because it just goes down, because we can't be using ledger lines, so we have to go down. And then they all follow suit to match. And so using what we've learned so far of our new key signatures and our technical degrees of the scale, the technical names for the degrees of the scale, we can just go ahead and answer these questions. So is it true or false that the mediant of B major is D? Well, the mediant is 1, 2, 3, counting from B, C, D, but it's not actually D, is it? Because we know B major has F sharps, C sharps, G sharps, D sharps. That's a D sharp. The mediant is D sharp. That doesn't take into consideration the key signature, so that's not correct. That's false. Is it true that the leading note of D flat major is C flat? Well, the leading note is number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now is it C flat? So D flat major has a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats, D flat, G flats. C is not flat, and that's not affected by the key signature. It's just normal C. And so again, that's false. It's not quite enough information. In fact, it's too much information, isn't it? Is it true or false that the submediant of B major is G sharp? So we know that the submediant is the 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the key signature of B major is F, C, G sharps. The 6th is indeed G sharp, and so that one is true. So that's that page nicely completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.